A new school year, new programs, and new host. Welcome to a brand new season of Real School. I'm Madeline Bryant.
And I'm Joshua Pinckney. Real School is the place for real stories about Duval County Public Schools.
Here's what we're working on this next half hour.
Which revolutionizes what's happening in our schools and in our classrooms on a day-to-day basis.
From increased technology to the opening of 2 leadership academies, the 2014-2015 school year is shaping up to be one of great innovation. In moments, we're showing you what big changes are already in progress at a school near you.
Plus, Duval County teachers are getting on board with quality education for all. Coming up, find out how this neighborhood bus tour helped drive home the importance of a new initiative.
And the Battle of I-95 is as intense as ever, as Raines High School takes the field against Miami Northwestern. Keep watching to catch highlights from this nail-biting game. We'll have those stories and more, but first, today's top story.
It's official. Duval County's 2014-2015 school year is off to a running start. The journey is bright, as a host of new programs are sure to lead to student success.
Real School reporter Jacob Haig has the details on why these new changes are sure to make this school year one of the best.
Hey guys, this year expects to see more middle school students like me with greater access to technology. We're talking about more one-to-one and two-to-one devices for students. Think that's cool? Wait till you hear the rest.
This is going to be a great year. Are you excited to be here this year?
Yes!
Yes, all this technology, all these great teachers.
Welcome back to school, everyone. I have to agree with Dr. Vitti. It's going to be a great school year. If you're wondering what Dr. Vitti means by all this technology, it's because it's a top priority this school year. This summer, the district held a news conference announcing a $58 million technology investment in Duval schools. $50 million of those dollars are coming from federal funding, a Qualified Zone Academy bond, also known as QZAB. Students can expect to see interactive whiteboards, laptops, and other tools.
Technology never replaces good teaching. It doesn't replace a good teacher. It enhances the instruction, and it is vital where we are right now with our assessments and with our curriculums. They need this.
Sounds great. Now let's talk about some exciting news taking place at Butler and Joseph Stillwell.
If you're in 6th grade, the 6th graders in our school, they will be able to move up to a cadet C6.
Both middle schools are now dedicated magnets. Stillwell is a military academy of leadership, and Butler houses a leadership school for boys and a leadership school for girls. These changes go beyond the new uniforms students will be required to wear, which, by the way, look fantastic. These students are gaining the leadership skills they need to impact and grow in this world. Now, I can't think of a better group of students who are growing and learning in record levels: our voluntary pre-kindergartners. We caught up with a group of these smarties at a fun summer outing, painting ceramic pigs.
What different colors did you put on your pig?
Green and red and pink and purple and blue.
The district is continuing a trend of expanding its VPK program each year.
It has been phenomenal. Although our daughter is already ready for kindergarten, her school did a very good job of preparing her.
What you just saw was only a sample of the many things going on in our district this school year. Keep up with all of our programs by visiting duvalschools.org. Back to you guys.
The start of the school year has already brought a number of notable visitors to our schools.
Whether it's the mayor of Jacksonville or your favorite Duval dad, schools are showcasing their students and programs. Real School anchor Praniti Kudre joins us with details.
Hey guys, I can only imagine what it would be like to see Mayor Alvin Brown walk into your classroom. Well, our cameras were rolling as he made a very special visit.
What an honor to be here with you this morning. I'm so proud of you. I know you're going to learn a lot.
Here's video of Mayor Alvin Brown encouraging students the first week of school. You can see he's joined by Dr. Vitti, as well as the city's Commissioner of Education, Dr. Anne-Marie Kent-Willett. The trio traveled from class to class, meeting and greeting students, staff, and teachers, as well as emphasizing the importance of literacy and learning.
He and I both wouldn't be in the positions that we were in as mayor and superintendent if we didn't have a very strong education, because education gives you the knowledge and the skills to do what you want to do with your life.
You may not realize this, but both our mayor and superintendent are dads with children in our schools. We couldn't think of a better way to kick things off than to honor all the Duval dads and father figures who support our students' education. We're talking about the Million Father March. It's a national movement that encourages dads, uncles, mentors, and other male role models to take their kids to school on the first day. Check it out. We saw a great turnout at Kirby Smith Middle School, as well as Chetts Creek Elementary. What a motivating beginning to the school year. A big thanks to our dads and father figures. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll have more on another notable visitor who stopped by one of our schools. She traveled all the way from Tallahassee just to visit with students and faculty. For now, back to you guys.
Thanks, Praniti. Joining us now to talk more about what's to come this school year is our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Nikolai Vitti.
He's joined by Real School producer, Vicki Pierre. Hey guys.
Well, Dr. Vitti, school's been in session for about a month and a half, and a lot of the local media reported that this was a really smooth start to the school year. So what do you think is the reason for that?
I think preparation. I think this is our second full year as an administrative team, and I think we were able to rightfully reflect on what worked and what didn't last year with the opening. And we were just more thoughtful, more prepared, I think more coordinated and aligned. And I think we improved communication between the district and the school level regarding materials and staffing. And so overall, I think you learn by what works and what doesn't, and we did that last year. And hopefully moving forward in Duval County Public Schools, we're not talking about the opening of schools being smooth. It's just expected to be smooth every year, and I think every year that process will be more refined, and we won't talk about a smooth opening because it'll be expected to happen.
Understandable. And so throughout this episode, we've really been talking about technology quite a bit. Why is there such a huge emphasis about technology within our schools?
Well, today's children are digital natives, meaning they're raised in an environment with technology at their fingertips. And so that means that students today learn and think through technology. And if that's the case, in order to keep them engaged, to keep the way they're learning relevant, you have to equip schools with technology and access to technology. It also is meaningful because today's jobs are computer-based, and it's really hard to do anything from a future economic point of view if you don't feel comfortable and aren't skilled with technology. We know about the digital divide, and that's between more students that are growing up in poverty versus those that are growing up in middle and upper class backgrounds, and their exposure to technology. That's not only based on a socioeconomic perspective, but even race. And so if we're going to narrow the achievement gap and provide everyone with equal opportunities, we need to understand that there's a digital divide that is reflective in the greater community, and we can fill that gap by equipping our students with the right tools and technology. So we have beginning to transform our curriculum delivery to rely more on technology, not solely on technology, but more on technology and a more blended learning, where the teacher is still the main facilitator of learning and understanding, but using technology to reinforce what the teacher is doing. And then obviously QZAB 1 and QZAB 2, which were qualified zone academic bonds that were secured by the federal government as a roll down to the states, allows us to not only address that digital divide in the Ribault range Jackson feeder patterns regarding full wireless and eventual 1-to-1 to 2-to-1 devices, interactive teacher bundles so that we have an interactive whiteboard, response clickers, and audio and visual sound systems and systems for kids in those three feeder patterns, but also an emphasis on our middle schools, because we know that in middle school we're losing a lot of our children to charter schools, private schools, etc. And so putting that technology at the middle school level in our lower performing schools will certainly help, I think, brand our district better and equip our students with the right tools to be successful.
So clearly, I mean, there's really a lot going on in the district this school year that wasn't in place the year before. If you could think of one thing, and that may be hard, but one thing that you're really excited about, what would that be?
Well, if you're going to make me say one thing, because I'm excited about a lot of things, but the one thing I'm really excited about what's happening at Butler. I think the single gender academies there, I have very high expectations, and I'm going to say they might even exceed my own expectations regarding how well that's going. And when I say it's going well, I say that based on the fact that parents have bought in, because that entire project was about buying in and opting in, not being forced in. And so that the fact that we have students from the neighborhood who we probably didn't think parents or they would opt in to a school that's not only single gender, but more importantly, full uniforms, etc., that they've bought into, that speaks to the expectations they have about our school system and their children's education. So just the pure number of children that have opted in, I think, has been a great success. And then after visiting the schools, to see the level of engagement, camaraderie, high morale for the program, and the way the children have embraced the program and taken ownership of it, certainly puts a smile on my face as far as a point of accomplishment and an opportunity to really grow and build from a model perspective of what our children can do at the middle school level. We know that we have significant challenges at the middle school regarding enrollment, student achievement, attendance, behavior, and to see that program come to life in a matter of months and being done so well. I'm just so proud of the two principals there, our district staff that rallied to make that happen, and our parents that opted in and embraced a higher level of expectation. So that's probably what I'm most excited about this year.
Cool. Well, I thought it would be hard for you to choose one, but you did. Thank you very much. And we will join you again soon. And guys, back to you in the studio.
Our next story takes us to Douglas Anderson School of the Arts, where faculty and staff are taking hats and shovels to a very creative new level.
Real School reporter Jalen Gamble has more on how DA is celebrating some long-awaited renovations with a unique twist.
Hey guys, did you hear that Douglas Anderson's cafeteria has been the same since the 1950s? Well, now students will have new classrooms and new labs and much more. With just one look at the cranes, the building material, and the hard hats, it's pretty obvious work has begun. That's music to many people's ears. Now add some singing, dancing, and the support of the community, and now you have a one-of-a-kind groundbreaking ceremony.
As we kick off, of course, in an artistic way, symbolically, the beginning of this third major construction project that will provide Douglas Anderson students critically needed academic and arts facilities, as well as a much-needed cafeteria.
Students, faculty, and staff weren't the only ones celebrating the $13 million expansion project. State Representative Charles McBurney and former Superintendent of Schools Herb Singh were among the hundreds who came to celebrate the new milestone.
This is a tremendous school with students who come from far and wide and from near in the neighborhood, and it is a place that should be honored and echoed throughout our district.
A few highlights of this project include more than a dozen new classrooms and 4 state-of-the-art science labs, a 500-seat amphitheater, a 20,000 square foot cafeteria that will also serve as a hurricane shelter, and a covered drop-off and pickup area for parents. In true Douglas Anderson style, this groundbreaking ceremony ended with an artistic flair. Decked with colorful hard hats and golden shovels packed with glitter, this group of dignitaries broke ground in an unexpected but fun way.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Wow, look at all that confetti.
I don't think any of us can sit here and not look in the background and think, when we look at the construction and the cranes, the infrastructure being built, that it doesn't symbolize so much that goes along with construction. Investment in infrastructure, possibilities of the future, and development.
The new project is expected to be completed by next spring. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see it. For now, back to you.
Exciting news, Jalen. Thanks.
Coming up on Real School, it's lights, camera, and action for Duval students looking for their big break in television. Right after the break, we're giving you a behind-the-scenes look at the audition process for the show, as well as the amazing talent that showed up.
And the operating room is the new classroom for this group of aspiring doctors. We'll reveal which hospital is giving these students a hands-on lesson they'll never forget. Don't change the channel. Real School will be right back.
This journey has been 150 years in the making. Are you ready to make history? Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You need to focus and work hard every day at everything you do. Together, we will achieve greatness. I promise you all this. Give me 100% and we will win. Who's with me?
A casting call for Duval County's award-winning Real School brings out students from all corners of the district.
And with so much talent in the building, you can only imagine the competition was close. Each fall, the executive producers of this show host open auditions to see who will make the cut. And, as in years past, they were dazzled by lots of talented students. Close to 60 auditioned for a role in the show. It was a tough decision, but in the end, 7 students were chosen for host for the 2014-2015 season.
Joining me, Madeline Bryant, a Paxton sophomore, are Joshua Pinkney, a Mandarin senior, Praniti Kujay, a Douglas Anderson freshman, and Barika Chim, a Darnell Cookman junior.
This year's middle school hosts are Jalen Gamble, an Ocean Way 8th grader, Jacob Haig, a James Weldon Johnson 8th grader, and finally, George Boston, also in the 8th grade at Mandarin Middle. What a great team.
It's a bold, new plan impacting nearly 17,000 students in 36 schools. It's called the Quality Education for All Initiative. Real School anchor Barika Chim is on set with details.
Madeline and Joshua, to get a good idea of what QEA is, all you need to do is ask this question. What could students accomplish if they had a great teacher in front of them, from kindergarten to the 12th grade? At Rains High School, hundreds of teachers, faculty, and staff boarded school buses as they sought to learn more about the communities in which their students live.
They come from different socioeconomic backgrounds.
They took a guided tour bus through what the district calls its transformation region. In it are 36 schools in the Andrew Jackson, Rains, and Ribault High School feeder patterns that will be served by the Quality Education for All initiative.
This is school number 143, West Jacksonville Elementary.
Many of these passengers are the teachers and leaders who have been recruited to work or stay in these schools. So what is QEA?
When you talk about where you're going to put the money, you put the money where the need is.
This summer, the district hosted large town hall meetings at Jackson, Rains, and Ribault to help parents, students, and the community members better understand how the initiative is transforming schools.
But these children have been marginalized long enough. And so it's time for us as a group to stand up, to say something, to do something, and put our money where our mouths is.
QEA represents a partnership between the district, the Community Foundation for Northeast Florida, and JPEF. It's using $50 million in private funds to implement innovative and research-based programs in Duval's most challenged schools. To name a few highlights, high-performing teachers and principals are receiving up to $20,000 in incentives to commit to these schools. Aspiring principals are receiving specialized leadership training, new data systems and technology are being added and expanded. Vincent Hall, principal and graduate of Rains High School, says he couldn't be more thrilled that the community is stepping up and showing its support.
I think that the business community partner with Dr. Vitti and looking at his vision and his direction for education is going to be great. Just realizing that these people believe in students. They believe in the students in this transformation region.
You can always learn more about QEA by visiting their website, qeafund.org. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Barika. Coming up on Real School, we'll show you why summers in Duval County Public Schools are super. Join us as we relive some of our favorite moments from our Super Summer Academy and learn why this program is helping thousands of students get ahead.
Keep watching. Real School will be right back. Aren't they cute? These kindergartners are channeling some Frank Sinatra and showing off some impressive moves. You're looking at video of students at Annie R. Morgan Elementary School rehearsing for an end of summer assembly. Here at Duval County Public Schools, we never slow down for the summer.
The district offers a number of fun and enriching activities that are helping our students stay ahead of the curve. Rural School reporter George Boston joins us now with the scoop. Hey, George.
Hey, guys. Talk about a busy summer. We had students in hospitals, students in City Hall, and of course, students having a super time in the classroom. Students in Anne Marie Lowndes' VPK class are experts in learning and in fun. They not only know their verbs, they've got a few other tricks up their sleeves.
You can count to 10. Can you count for me now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Do you like coming to school every day?
Yes.
Lowndes says the fun, interactive experiences offered in the district's Super Summer Academy prepared students for the fall semester.
The beauty of Super Summer Academy is that even though those students are pre-K students going into kindergarten, when you have a group of just 18 kids, you can teach them a lot.
For the kids to stay fresh in what they've learned all year, but also to be ready for next school year.
But the fun didn't stop inside of the classroom.
They have all these fun field trips, and you can learn new things and meet new friends.
Students quickly learned that field trips were a great way to put what they learned into practice. For instance, take the students enrolled in the district's ESOL summer program. As students spent time in the classroom learning more about the government and United States history, they also ventured out to places like City Hall, the library, and even Fort Caroline, and put their education in action.
We learn about 3 branches of government.
I learned a lot about the government, like the president, how they work.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, so how many students do you know who got to spend a week in a hospital, totally immersed in the medical field? This is a simulation lab inside of the Naval Hospital, Jacksonville. And this is part of their Science, Service, Medicine, and Mentoring program, also known as S2M2.
It's really exciting to be able to try out all these possible professions for me to grow into.
The important thing here is that we inspire these younger people as our young students to want to go into the field of medicine.
So you see, whether students were learning CPR or learning their ABCs, it's clear they had a super time learning. If you were looking closely, you may have recognized one of the students in our video. Our own Barika Chim was one of the students chosen to participate in the Naval Hospital's summer program. Hey Barika, maybe you can teach me a thing or two. Back to you guys in the studio.
That's great. Thanks, George.
Students at John E. Ford K-8 hosted a visitor all the way from Tallahassee when the state's Commissioner of Education paid them a visit. Pam Stewart spent an entire morning visiting teachers and faculty to get a first-hand look at what goes on in the classroom. Joined by District 4 board member Paula Wright and Dr. Vitti, Stewart learned more about the school's bilingual and Montessori programs.
Stewart even took a seat with these middle school students and joined in their discussion of the book, Fahrenheit 451. Stewart says she's excited about what's going on in Duval County and looks forward to what the school year holds.
We have our new Florida standards are fully being implemented in classrooms, and we see some excitement about that. Teachers are really engaged. Our students are more engaged than ever before, and I think we're going to see great things happen this year.
When it comes to the new Florida standards being implemented in the classroom, Duval County is no exception.
Real School producer Vicki Pierre joins us now with our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Nikolai Vitti.
So, Dr. Vitti, we just heard Commissioner of Education Pam Stewart talk about new standards this school year, and I'm not sure the average person really understands what that's going to look like in the classroom. Could you explain that for us?
Well, the best way to think about the standards is to think about what children have been asked to do in gifted, honors, advanced placement level classes, international baccalaureate ACE type classes, and the instruction and the curriculum in those classrooms have naturally pushed children to apply what they're learning, synthesize, analyze, write about it, and articulate what they're learning, justify answers through writing and supporting text. But basically, it's about critical thinking and developing students to be independent thinkers. And so the new standards move rapidly to a point where children aren't just expected to know the basic skills, but they're expected to apply information. We all know that in the world of work, for those that are more white-collar type jobs, that on a day-to-day basis, on a minute-to-minute basis, or activity to activity, we're required to read information or obtain information, distill it, make sense of it, and then apply it. At the end of the day, we're not reading passages and determining whether the answer is A, B, C, or D. And so these new standards move our students to be better prepared for college, because that's what you do in college is you read information, you learn information, and you apply it, and be more. So these standards get our children to be more ready for college, but also the world of work, because in reality, children, like I said, don't go to work and don't go to college or read a passage and determine if the answer is A, B, or C, or D. Instead, they read the passage in college and the world of work, or a text, and then they're supposed to determine, I agree with this, I disagree, it's linked to this issue or that issue, and then you apply it to real life situations. So I'm very supportive of the new standards. I think the students will find it more relevant. Although they'll find it more challenging, I think ultimately they'll be better served by it, and I think ultimately it'll improve engagement. It'll also improve college going rates, college completion rates, and I think more students will find themselves better equipped to compete for higher paying jobs after college or even after high school.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And guys, I know you have one more story left, so back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Vicki. For the second year in a row, the Raines Vikings have scored an amazing opportunity to face off against another Florida football team, Miami Northwestern.
It's a game we like to call the Battle of I-95, and it's quickly becoming a beloved tradition of North Florida versus South Florida. This is the second year the two teams have come head-to-head, and this time, the game was on our turf. The stands were packed with people who came to cheer on our hometown team. It was a tight game from start to finish, and our Vikings put up a good fight. In the end, the final score was 8-7, Miami Northwestern.
Thanks for watching the season premiere of Real School. We'll be back here on the first Sunday of November. You can always stay connected.
Visit us at www.duvalschools.org for the latest news and features about the district. From all of us, have a great day.